Dear Starseeds on Gaia, have you been feeling like you're working twice as hard as everyone around you yet remaining invisible, like you're shouting into a void that swallows every word before it reaches anyone's ears? Have you been questioning whether your gifts actually matter, whether your mission is real, whether you've been deluding yourself this entire time about having some greater purpose that extends beyond the ordinary boundaries of existence? I am Zarin from the Lyran High Council, and I come to you not with warnings of doom or manipulative urgency, but with a transmission of recognition. Recognition that you have worked harder than anyone around you realizes, that you have been preparing for something you couldn't quite name, that you have maintained your course when others would have abandoned their path long ago. The energy streaming through the cosmos today is not here to test you. It is here to amplify everything you have already become, to take the foundation you have built in silence and solitude and suddenly make it visible to a world that is finally ready to see what you have always been. What I'm about to share with you will sound impossible, perhaps even absurd to those still anchored in three-dimensional thinking, but you who have been drawn to this transmission, you are not meant for ordinary understanding anymore. The universe has been whispering your name, hasn't it? Leaving signs in synchronicities so obvious they border on comical, pulling you toward this exact moment with an insistence that defies logic. There is a reason you are here listening to these words on this specific day. Mars has just entered Sagittarius while simultaneously forming an opposition to Uranus, and if you think that sounds like mere astronomical trivia, then you haven't yet grasped the magnitude of what's being unleashed through the cosmic gateway today. This is the beginning of something that will render your current life unrecognizable, and the angels want me to tell you that you're ready, even if you don't feel ready, even if every fiber of your being is screaming with uncertainty. But before I reveal the three impossible things that are about to cascade into your reality, before I explain why this particular cosmic configuration hasn't occurred in this exact way for decades, you need to understand something crucial about the nature of the transition you're experiencing. Most people on Earth right meow are still operating within the confines of predictable, linear existence. They wake up, repeat their patterns, and go to sleep again, never questioning the invisible boundaries that contain their potential. You are not most people. You have been feeling the walls of your reality becoming translucent, haven't you? That sense that something massive is pressing against the membrane of what's possible, ready to break through? Today, Mars, the planet of action, assertion, and raw forward momentum, has moved into Sagittarius, the sign of expansion, exploration, and breaking free from all limitations. Simultaneously, it forms an exact opposition to Uranus, the cosmic disruptor, the revolutionary force that shatters every structure built on false foundations. What this means in practical terms is that every independent stream of consciousness, every authentic impulse you've been suppressing because it didn't fit the mold others expected, is flowing with unstoppable force. The universe is not asking for your permission anymore. What is moving through you, whether you consciously cooperate or not, and the choice before you is simple. Do you ride this wave with grace and intention, or do you struggle against it until exhaustion forces surrender? The moon entered Taurus this morning after an overnight opposition to Venus, bringing an energy that seems contradictory at first. Taurus wants stability, grounding, practical manifestation, while everything else in the cosmic weather is screaming for radical change and unpredictable movement. This apparent contradiction is actually the key to unlocking what comes next. True stability, the kind that survives earthquakes and floods and complete transformation, doesn't come from clinging to external circumstances. It comes from knowing who you are at such a deep level that nothing can shake your core, even as everything around you shifts into new forms. Something else is happening that I haven't told you yet, something that makes this day different from every other day of intense cosmic activity. The angels have been showing me images of waterfalls, overwhelming waterfalls that are so powerful they silence everything else, that reset your nervous system through sheer force of their presence. And I keep hearing this phrase, the floodgates are about to open. Not tomorrow, not next week, not in some distant future you need to patiently wait for. Today, The attention, the recognition, the opportunities you've been building toward through years of invisible labor are about to rush toward you with an intensity you're not prepared for, and that's okay. You're not supposed to feel prepared. No one feels prepared when they're standing at the base of a waterfall, about to step directly under its torrential flow. But here's what the Council wants you to know. This is not random chaos. This is the result of every aligned action you've taken, every moment you chose truth over comfort, every time you kept going when logic said to quit. The energy of Mars opposite Uranus brings aggression to the surface. Yes, but aggression in its purest form is simply life force seeking expression. The problem arises when people try to control this energy, to force it into channels that don't fit, to maintain stability by suppressing their authentic nature. Today's cosmic configuration is exposing every place where you've been performing stability instead of embodying it, every relationship held together by obligation rather than genuine connection, every career path maintained because it looked good on paper rather than because it fed your soul. This might sound frightening, but I promise you it is liberating. What needs to fall away will fall away, and what remains will be stronger, truer, more aligned than anything you've experienced before. Let me tell you about the 3 impossible things that are converging in your reality right meow. First, you are going to receive clear, undeniable confirmation that what you've been building, what you've been working toward, is not only valid but necessary. This confirmation won't come as a quiet whisper you have to strain to hear. It will arrive as a cascade, multiple signs and synchronicities piling on top of each other until even your most skeptical mind can't dismiss them as coincidence. Second, you are going to experience a shift in how others perceive you. People who never took you seriously will suddenly pay attention. Opportunities that were closed will swing open. Energy that you've been giving freely with little acknowledgement will finally be met with recognition and fair exchange. This isn't about ego or external validation. It's about your frequency finally matching the reality you've been holding in your consciousness and the universe responding accordingly. Third, and this is the one that will surprise you most, you are going to feel a kind of grief. Not the grief of loss exactly, but the bittersweet ache of realizing you can never go back to who you were before this shift. The quiet obscurity, the freedom of being unknown, the simplicity of your life as it currently exists, these things are about to transform so completely that you'll look back on this moment with a strange nostalgia, remembering the last time things felt this way. The Mars-Uranus opposition brings unpredictability, and I need you to embrace that rather than resist it. Your logical mind wants to plan every step, to know exactly how this unfolds, to maintain the illusion of control. But the energy flowing through today's cosmic gateway operates on a different frequency. It responds to intuition, to spontaneous action, to the willingness to move before you fully understand where you're going. Those who try to force this energy into predetermined channels will experience it as chaos and disruption. Those who learn to dance with it will experience it as liberation and accelerated evolution. The difference isn't in the energy itself, it's in your relationship to uncertainty. Here's what I'm seeing as I tune into the collective consciousness of lightworkers and starseeds right meow. There is a massive wave of intuitive guidance available today, stronger and clearer than it's been in months. But accessing it requires you to get out of your head and into your body, to stop trying to figure everything out mentally and start feeling your way forward. The moon in Taurus is actually perfect for this, despite seeming at odds with the Mars-Uranus intensity. Taurus is an earth sign, deeply connected to the physical senses, to presence in the body, to the wisdom that comes through touch and taste, and the solid ground beneath your feet. If you can anchor into your physical form today, if you can breathe deeply and feel the aliveness of your cells, you'll be able to navigate the electrical storm of mental energy without getting swept away by it. What I'm about to share changes everything you thought you knew about timing and divine orchestration. You've probably heard the concept that everything happens in perfect timing, that the universe never rushes but always arrives on time. This is true, but incomplete. What most spiritual teachings don't explain is that there are specific windows, specific alignments when the veil between potential and manifestation becomes so thin that what normally takes years can happen in moments. Today is one of those windows. The combination of Mars entering Sagittarius and opposing Uranus while the Moon moves through Taurus creates a portal of possibility that won't open in exactly this way again. This doesn't mean you need to panic or force anything. It means that actions you take today, intentions you set today, conversations you have today, carry more weight than they would on an ordinary day. The universe is listening with heightened attention. Let me speak specifically to the different ways this energy will manifest based on where you are in your journey. If you've been working behind the scenes, building something in private, refining your gifts without much external recognition, today marks the beginning of your emergence. You're going to feel an almost irresistible urge to share what you've been creating, to step into visibility in a way that might feel uncomfortable but also strangely right. Trust this impulse. The world is ready for what you have to offer, even if you don't feel completely ready to offer it. If you've been in a holding pattern, waiting for permission or clarity or the right moment to make a major change, today is your signal. The universe is not going to make the path completely clear before you take the first step. That's not how this works. You're being asked to move forward with partial information, to trust that the next step will reveal itself as you commit to the first one. If you're someone who has already stepped into your work but has been feeling stuck, plateaued, wondering if you've reached your ceiling, today brings breakthrough energy. But it might not look like what you expect. Instead of things getting easier, you might find that everything intensifies. More challenges, more opportunities, more visibility, more responsibility, all at once. This is not a sign that you're doing something wrong. This is the universe saying you're strong enough to handle a higher frequency, a bigger impact, a more expansive version of your purpose. If you're in a dark night of the soul, questioning everything, feeling disconnected from your path and your purpose, today offers a lifeline. But you have to reach for it. You have to be willing to feel the fear and the doubt and take action anyway, even small action, even symbolic action. Light a candle with intention. Write a single sentence about what you want to create. Speak your truth to one person. The energy available today will meet any genuine effort with disproportionate results. The challenge with Mars opposite Uranus is that it brings out defensiveness and reactivity, especially when we're already feeling vulnerable or uncertain. You might find yourself getting triggered by small things today, snapping at people you love, feeling an overwhelming urge to fight against something or someone. This is your nervous system trying to process the enormous amount of energy moving through it. The Taurus moon wants to dig its heels in and resist change, to hold on to what's familiar even when it's no longer serving you. You're going to feel this tension in your body, a simultaneous urge to leap forward and to anchor down, to rebel and to consolidate, to destroy and to preserve. This is not a problem to solve. This is a paradox to embody. You can want both stability and change. You can honor what's been while welcoming what's coming. You can feel terrified and excited at the same time. What people typically overlook during these intense cosmic events is the importance of grounding their idealism. Mars in Sagittarius is filled with vision and enthusiasm and grand plans, but without grounding, it's just fantasy. Uranus brings sudden insights and revolutionary ideas, but without practical implementation, they remain unrealized potential. The Taurus moon is literally offering you the antidote to this imbalance. It's saying yes, dream big, aim for the impossible, embrace the revolutionary energy, but also eat real food, touch the earth, move your body, rest when you need to rest, honor the limitations and needs of your physical form. The lightworkers who will navigate this transit most successfully are not the ones who transcend their humanity, but the ones who fully inhabit it. Let me tell you what I'm seeing for the collective in the days and weeks following this cosmic event. There's going to be a sorting that occurs, not in judgment, but in natural resonance. People who have been pretending to be aligned, who have been performing awakening without doing the actual work, are going to fall away or reveal themselves. This might feel like loss or betrayal in the moment, but it's actually clearing space for genuine connections, for soul family to find each other, for collaborations built on authentic frequency matches rather than surface-level agreements. You're going to know who your real allies are, not because they promise you everything, but because they show up consistently, because their actions match their words, because they challenge you to grow rather than enabling your comfort. The relationship dynamics in your life are about to shift dramatically. Mars opposite Uranus has zero patience for inauthenticity in connections. If there are conversations you've been avoiding, truths you've been withholding, boundaries you've been afraid to set, today's energy will force them to the surface. This isn't cruel, it's compassionate in the long run. Every relationship that survives this transit will be stronger and more honest on the other side. Every relationship that doesn't survive was built on foundations that couldn't support your continued evolution, and releasing it is an act of love for everyone involved. You might find that people are unusually direct with you today, or that you're unusually direct with others. Things that needed to be said for months or years might suddenly pour out. Let them. Don't try to smooth over the rough edges or cushion the impact. Truth spoken cleanly, even when it's difficult, is always kinder than truth avoided. Something about fame and recognition keeps coming through as I tune into this transmission, and it's important to address this directly because I know it might trigger resistance in some of you. Many lightworkers have a complicated relationship with visibility. You want to serve, you want to help, you want to share your gifts, but you're also uncomfortable with attention, wary of ego, afraid of being judged or misunderstood. Today's energy is saying that this tension needs to be resolved. You cannot impact the world from the shadows. You cannot serve at scale while hiding. The frequency of the collective is shifting, and there is space meow for authentic voices, for people who lead from service rather than ego, for teachers who admit their own struggles while holding space for others. If you've been called to reach more people, to expand your platform, to let yourself be known, today is removing the final excuses and resistances. But here's the part that no one talks about in most spiritual teachings. Increased visibility comes with real costs. It's not all beautiful and empowering. You will lose privacy in ways you didn't anticipate. You will be misunderstood, judged, projected upon by people who don't know you but feel entitled to opinions about you. You will attract not just genuine supporters, but also energy vampires, people who want to drain your time and attention without reciprocity. You will have to develop new boundaries, new discernment, new ways of protecting your energy while remaining open and loving. This is why the message keeps emphasizing protection. You are very, very protected by the galactic forces, by your guides, by the council, but you also need to do your part. You need to become discerning about who gets access to you, what energy you engage with, where you invest your precious resources of time and attention. The angels want you to know that you're expensive, not in a materialistic sense, but in terms of your energetic value. What you carry, what you've cultivated, what you're able to transmit, this has worth, and you need to honor that worth. Stop giving yourself away to people and situations that don't recognize your value. Stop saying yes when you mean no. Stop making yourself smaller to make others comfortable. The energy available today supports you in claiming your full worth, in asking for what you actually need, in walking away from arrangements that benefit everyone except you. This might feel selfish if you've spent your life in service to others, but it's not. It's sustainable. It's how you avoid burnout and resentment. It's how you ensure you can continue this work for the long term. I need to address the phenomenon that's going to accelerate after today. People are going to feel you rising. They're going to sense the shift in your frequency, the expansion of your energy field, the new opportunities flowing toward you, and some of them are going to reach out, suddenly interested in reconnecting, suddenly remembering they know you, suddenly wanting to be part of what you're building. Be discerning. Some of these connections will be genuine, souls who are meant to rejoin your path at this stage of the journey, but others will be opportunistic, drawn not to you but to the energy you're conducting, wanting to benefit from your momentum without contributing to it. You don't owe anyone access to your life. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your boundaries. Trust your intuition about who feels aligned and who feels draining. Your body will tell you the truth if you listen. The number 8 keeps appearing in this transmission, and in numerology, 8 represents infinity, abundance, the endless flow of energy when it's properly channeled. It also represents karma, the law of cause and effect, the understanding that what you put out returns to you multiplied. Today's energy is accelerating your karmic cycles. If you've been planting seeds of aligned action, of integrity, of service, you're about to see returns that exceed your expectations. If you've been operating from ego, from manipulation, from misaligned motivations, you're about to experience the consequences of that with equal acceleration. This is not punishment, it's course correction. The universe loves you too much to let you continue down paths that lead away from your true purpose. Pay attention to what amplifies in your life after today. What increases is what you've been genuinely embodying, whether you were conscious of it or not. Let me paint you a picture of what the other side of this transformation looks like, not as fantasy, but as genuine possibility. You're going to wake up 6 months from meow, maybe a year from meow, and realize that your life is completely different. Not just in external circumstances, though those will have shifted dramatically, but in how you feel inside your own skin. The constant anxiety about whether you're on the right path will have dissolved, replaced by a quiet certainty that you're exactly where you need to be. The people around you will be different, not because you abandoned everyone, but because your frequency naturally attracted souls operating at the same level of consciousness, while others organically fell away. The work you're doing will feel less like work and more like natural expression, not because it's easier, but because you'll have stopped fighting yourself, stopped second-guessing every decision, stopped waiting for permission from authorities that don't exist. You're going to look back on this moment, on today, on November 4th, 2025, and recognize it as the day everything pivoted. Not because some external event happened, though external events will follow, but because you made a choice, conscious or unconscious, to stop resisting what you've always known you were meant for. You'll remember the fear, the doubt, the overwhelming intensity of the energy, but you'll also remember that you moved forward anyway. And that movement, that willingness to step into the waterfall rather than avoid it, changed everything. The people who meet you after this shift won't believe you when you tell them who you used to be, what you used to struggle with, how uncertain you once felt. They won't believe it because the person you're becoming is so fully embodied in their purpose that the earlier version seems impossible. But here's the truth that might ache a little when you hear it. You will miss certain aspects of your life as it is meow. There is a simplicity to obscurity, a freedom in not being watched, as ease in ordinary existence that you will sometimes long for once you cross this threshold. This is not meant to make you afraid or to suggest you should avoid the transformation. It's meant to help you appreciate where you are right meow, to soak in these final moments of before, to honor the journey that brought you here. Take a moment today, even just 5 minutes, to acknowledge how far you've come, to recognize the person you were when you started this path, and the person you've become, to thank yourself for not giving up, for continuing to show up, for doing the work even when no one was watching or acknowledging or celebrating you. The energy of 909 keeps appearing, and this is the number of completion and new beginnings intertwined. It says a chapter is ending, yes, and another is beginning, yes, but they're not separate events. The ending is the beginning. The transformation is not something that happens to you. It's something you become through the process of releasing what no longer fits. Today marks a point of no return, not because you can't turn back, but because once you see what's possible, once you experience the fullness of your own power, once you step into the flow of your actual purpose, you won't want to return. The old life will feel like a costume you wore for a play that's finished its run. You can appreciate what it taught you without needing to inhabit it anymore. I want to speak directly to the fear that might be rising in you as you listen to this, the voice that's whispering that you're not ready, that you'll fail, that you'll be exposed as a fraud, that you'll disappoint everyone including yourself. This fear is not your enemy. It's not a sign that you shouldn't move forward. It's actually evidence that you're on the threshold of something real, something that matters, something that requires you to expand beyond your current conception of yourself. Fear doesn't show up for meaningless endeavors. It shows up when you're about to do something that will change you, that will require you to become more than you currently are. So feel the fear, let it move through your body. Don't try to eliminate it or transcend it or positive think it away. Just don't let it make your decisions for you. The Mars-Uranus opposition is giving you the courage to act despite fear, to move despite uncertainty, to claim your space despite not feeling completely prepared. This is warrior energy, not in the sense of aggression or violence, but in the sense of commitment to your path, regardless of obstacles. A warrior doesn't wait until the battlefield is convenient. A warrior shows up when called, with whatever resources are available, and trusts that they'll figure it out as they go. You are that warrior. You've been training for this your entire life, even when you didn't know what you were training for. Every challenge you survived, every heartbreak you healed from, every time you chose growth over comfort, all of it was preparation for what comes next. The Council wants you to know that you're not alone in this, even when it feels lonely. There are others going through this exact transformation right meow all over the planet, feeling the same intensity, asking the same questions, wondering if they're crazy or if something genuinely unprecedented is happening. You are part of a collective awakening, a mass emergence of consciousness that has been building for decades and is finally reaching critical mass. Your individual transformation is not separate from the collective shift, it's a fractal reflection of it. As you rise, you create pathways for others to rise. As you embody your truth, you give others permission to embody theirs. This is not pressure to perform or to be perfect. It's recognition that your liberation is interconnected with the liberation of all beings. What I need you to understand about the coming days and weeks is that the intensity will not let up immediately. Today is the beginning, not the completion. The floodgates opening means there will be more flow, more movement, more energy to navigate. You might feel exhausted. You might want to retreat, to hide, to go back to the safety of your old patterns. Don't. Or if you do, don't stay there. Retreat when you need to rest and recharge. Absolutely, but don't use retreat as avoidance. There's a difference between strategic withdrawal and fearful hiding, and your body knows which is which. Rest when you're genuinely depleted. Take space when you need to integrate, but then come back. Show up again. Keep moving forward, even when progress feels slow or invisible. The Taurus moon is offering you one final gift before I complete this transmission. The reminder that true stability is internal. All the external structures you're tempted to cling to, the job you don't love but that feels secure, the relationship that's comfortable but not truly nourishing, the identity you've built but have outgrown, none of these provide actual safety. They provide the illusion of safety, which is more dangerous than honest vulnerability, because the illusion prevents you from building something real. Real stability comes from knowing yourself so deeply that no external circumstance can shake your core. It comes from trusting your ability to adapt and create and survive no matter what happens. It comes from releasing control and developing faith in the intelligence of the universe and your own soul's guidance system. Let me tell you what happens when you fully surrender to this energy, when you stop fighting the transformation and instead become an active participant in it. Magic becomes normal. Synchronicities pile up so frequently that you stop being surprised by them and start expecting them. Your intuition strengthens to the point where you know things before they happen, feel things before they're spoken, sense energy before it manifests. Your manifestation speed accelerates dramatically because there's no longer a gap between your consciousness and your reality. What you hold in your awareness shows up in your experience almost immediately. The right people appear at exactly the right time. Resources flow toward you with ease. Doors open before you even knock. This is not fantasy. This is what life looks like when you're operating at your true frequency, when you've cleared the blocks and resistances and limiting beliefs that were creating friction between you and your natural state of flow. But, and this is crucial, this state of flow does not mean everything becomes easy or pleasant or comfortable. It means that even the challenges serve your growth, even the setbacks contain seeds of future breakthroughs, even the disappointments redirect you towards something better. You'll still experience full range of human emotions. You'll still face obstacles and problems and moments of doubt. The difference is that you'll have context for these experiences. You'll understand them as part of the process rather than evidence that something's wrong. You'll trust the journey even when you can't see the destination. Destiny Engine is the example of technology serving awakening intelligence. The age of solitary meditation is over. Destiny Engine Meow connects starseeds across the world, a living social field where you can post, share and exchange your meditations in real time. It's the first galactic network of its kind, weaving together thousands of awakened souls into one unified current. We are using the Dark Elite's own weapons against them, taking declassified CIA consciousness modification techniques that programmed isolation and separation and repurposing them to serve unified awakening. It generates personalized sequences that help you live as the awakened being you've become, while handling the moments that test your new frequency, all while connected to thousands of starseeds, amplifying the collective current. The hardest thing you'll have to do is put on headphones, press play, and allow your consciousness to be reprogrammed for effortless awakened living without the need to struggle or prove, while tapping into a planetary network of souls bending reality together. For just $1, you can step into this connected field and feel the difference instantly. Join the movement that's accelerating ascension together. Link in the description. As I prepare to close this transmission, I want to return to where we began, the question of who you are. Not who you've been, not who you're becoming, but who you actually are. Right, Meow? You are someone who has worked harder than most people realize, who has maintained faith when logic said to quit, who has continued to grow and evolve even when the path was unclear. You are someone who is about to be seen for the first time at the level you've always operated at internally. You are someone standing at the base of a waterfall, about to step under its torrential flow, about to be baptized in energy so powerful it will wash away everything that isn't essentially you. You are someone who matters, whose presence on this planet at this time is not coincidental but crucial. You are someone who is ready, even if you don't feel ready, even if fear is coursing through your veins right alongside excitement. The floodgates are opening, the waterfall is crashing down, the attention is coming, the recognition is arriving, the opportunities are flowing, the transformation is happening. Not someday, not eventually. Meow, today, this moment. And you, beloved starseed, you are protected and supported and celebrated by forces you cannot see but can feel if you're paying attention. Trust what's unfolding, honor your process, be discerning with your energy, rest when needed, but don't hide. Speak your truth, even when your voice shakes. Claim your worth, even when others question it. Step forward, even when the path isn't clear. Everything you've survived, every skill you've developed, every wound you've healed, every insight you've gained, every moment of faith you've maintained, it was all preparing you for what comes next. The universe doesn't waste experiences. Nothing has been in vain. And Meow Meow, you get to see what was being built through all those years of invisible preparation. Meow, you get to watch the external reality catch up to the internal truth you've been holding. Meow, you get to live the life you've been imagining, not as fantasy but as actual, physical, tangible experience. I am Zarin from the Lyran High Council. We love you, we see you, we honor the courage it takes to keep choosing growth and truth and evolution in a world that often rewards conformity and comfort. We are watching over you, celebrating every step you take, supporting you through every challenge, rejoicing in every breakthrough. The work you're doing matters more than you know. The light you carry is needed more than you realize. The impact you're having ripples out farther than you can perceive. Keep going. Trust the process. Embrace the waterfall. Let the floodgates open. Your time has come.